Hi there guys, and welcome to another Train Sim 2021 video. This is slightly a different video than a driving video because we're talking about the latest core update to Train Sim 2021. So it's now the third. Came out on the 2nd, if I remember rightly. So this is a Train Simulator 2021 core update, 2nd of March 2021. So it was yesterday this came out. So what core updates are, let me just explain to you what core updates are more than anything else before we carry on. I know a lot of you will know this already, but let me just, for those that don't, core updates, when we talk about core updates, we talk about the game itself. We're not talking about DLC, we're not talking about user-generated content, we're not talking about third-party creations. We are talking about the actual core of the simulation itself, how it does something. Now that might be a core update to improve graphical stuff, it might be a core update to improve the UI for the game, it might be all sorts of things. This one specifically is about loading times, a very interesting topic in the whole train sim community, and something that has always been a little bit of a long-winded thing, shall we say. So I'm just going to read very quickly what they've said, and then what we're going to do is we're going to load up and time me loading up a route, and we'll probably drive it for a couple of minutes. I've got a scenario in mind to do that includes some third-party stuff and everything like that, but we'll do some basic career DTG, just DTG stuff. It's not going to be massively scientific, it's just to show you the improvements more than anything. So we'll do some without the update on, then I'm going to go and put the update in, then I'm going to show you after the update. I'll also talk to you about how to put the update in as well. I will also link the forum link for the DTG forums in the description below, so you can follow the directions on there on how to install this update. It's not an auto update. Please just make sure you understand this is not an auto update. Right, so it says, today we are bringing a core update for Train Simulator 2021 that includes optimization and loading performance improvements aimed at addressing load times experienced by players when loading content that is contained within asset package files. They're the .ap files that stock DTG stuff comes from Steam in. It's a compressed folder. It's not massively compressed. Lots of people have questioned why .ap files began happening. We were told it improved loading times. I don't know if anybody ever really noticed that. It just seemed like a very nice way to keep things contained. But they are how stuff you download from Steam, first-party downloads from Steam come. Third-party add-ons like ATS Routes JT, all of that are not contained within AP files. But we'll come on to that a bit later as well. So it says here, this update has been tested vigorously, but given the vast scale of the add-on catalogue and user-generated content and the third-party add-on catalogue, non-Steam stuff, it is entirely impossible to test every possible combination. We're therefore making those improvements available as an opt-in update. This means to utilise the benefits of this update, you will need to do some additional steps, okay? And that's explained in the document below. I'm not going to go into that for you. You guys can go and look at their forum thread and copy their exact instructions. If I tell you what to do, you're going to ask me how to do it, and they've already done it way better than I could ever explain it, so therefore that's the place to go. The link is in the description below. Okay, right. So what does this actually mean? So what this means in theory is that loading times for routes should be quicker. Let's put that to the test, shall we? So I am going to pick something that is an inherently slow route to load, which of course is the West Coast Main Line South. And I'm going to do this in a career scenario. West Coast Main Line South. Let's pick something like London Euston, Birmingham New Street. So this is us loading at Birmingham New Street. So I'm going to time this. I've got my trusty iPad. I'm going to pull my timer up, even though I could do it with the video and everything like that. But no, I want to be, you know, sort of really unscientific about this and hope for the best. So I've got stopwatch on. It is at 0. Okay, so I'm going to click start, and then I'm going to click start on here. Start. And I'm going to stop the timer when we are loaded in. So the timer is running for all of those people that are going, oh, you've done something you shouldn't. And remember, this is just base. This is without the update. This will also vary by spec, remember, quite dramatically. I would think My specs are listed in my description below the video, and they're nothing massively special. It's a i7 7700K GTX 1070 Zotac Mini graphics card, 16 gigs of RAM. So a mid-range, a low to mid-range system in this day and age, actually. And root loading times, I've never been a massive issue for me. Like, never really a huge one. But it makes lots of different things harder to do. So testing things in TS, building things in TS, you have to then load TS up. So you can imagine that having quicker loading times is going to improve things for an awful lot of people. Some people have inherently slow loading times anyway, hoping this makes a difference. Now, the reason I picked West Coast Mainline South and everything like that is because it packed in an AP file. It is a .ap file I haven't extracted. I must just state this. I am on a very clean install of TrainSim. Not just DTG stuff. There are some third-party stuff in there, but I have not got 3/4 of what I usually have in mind. My install at the moment is about 300 and something gig, so not massive. Compared to what mine usually is, which is over half a terabyte, sort of 500-600 gig. So it's there. Right. Perfect. So that was 1 minute 46. Right? So 1 minute 46. And what do I do a little bit of a drive just to see if we notice any tile loading start? Let's not worry about that yet. We'll talk about that later. That might come as a second video. I'm just going to talk about the actual root loading times at the minute. So a minute 46 on that, loading that scenario in there. So what I'm going to do now is quit that, and I'm going to do it once more on another route. Still going to go for career. Still going to keep it all AP stuff, all DTG stuff. So let me just write me a little text document so I don't forget. So that was West Coast Mainline South was 0146.01. I've been very specific here, very specific. So let's go for something that was always another one that was particularly long loading. Because West Coast Mainline South is probably the longest first party route. Just something a bit older. Let's go for something like Live Man with a 158. I like the idea of that. Right, okay, reset the timer, and no, click start before I should have done, and start. This next one will be Live Man. Now, Live Man was always relatively quick for me anyway, and I'm going to also do another one that was always incredibly quick for me, which is the Isle of Wight line, because it's so short. So a lot of the guys that do testing, especially stuff when you're working on reskins or locos or anything like that, and you want to just get it into game quick to look at, will either use their own test route, which is just usually a bit of track. Those that don't do that will tend to use a route like the Isle of Wight route, just because it's small and it loads in really quickly. So we shall do a test on that as well, and then we will see if it's improved with the update. Whee! 37 seconds. This is even with a bit of scripting in front of it. There we go. So that wasn't a long one, but 37 seconds. So not bad at all in the grand scheme of things. 37. I'm going to keep it as just 37 because I missed it. I was probably a couple of seconds out because I was blethering. So 37 seconds we'll call Live Man. Right. Default 158. And then we will do one with the Isle of Wight, and then I will go and put the upgrade in, and then we'll do this again. Isle of Wight. I'm also using this example just to make sure that I've got North Somerset in, which is what I wanted to check as well. For something I'm showing off on stream tonight. I might not. Do I have the Isle of Wight installed? Because it's the Isle of Wight, isn't it, on this? I think I do have it installed. Maybe I don't. So we won't do that one. Les Clouds has changed it. Right, we won't worry about Isle of Wight because it loaded quick anyway. We'll skip that one. Right, join me back in a couple of minutes once I've installed the update, and then we will try those tests again. I told a fib because I hadn't done a third-party route. So I've picked a third-party route. Reason I'm picking a third-party route to do this with as well before I do the update is that people are concerned that it's just stuff in AP files that the increased loading time is you're going to get the effect from. I'll go into that once we've done this and explain why I'm doing a third-party route as well. I have picked the ATS with it's the Alan Thomson Sim West Coast Mainline Midlands and North West route. Again, it's one of those routes that is inherently slow to load because it's big. Lots of different assets in it from different packs, so we're going to test it. There will be missing reskins in this because my install hasn't got all my reskins and stuff in, so don't worry about that. We're not worried about it not loading those in or it having to check those. It's going to be the same because I'm not going to put the reskins in after I do the update. So even though I've got missing things with this, the load time will still be loading the same pre-install and post-install. So let's get ready to click start on that. And I'm trying to click start on OBS there. Start. Right, reason for doing this is that third-party routes with requirements will still need to pull files out of .ap files. So say this uses North Wales Coastal, the route will still need to load stuff from the North Wales Coastal AP file. So even if it isn't a route that's in an AP file is standard, are we going to see a difference? Testing that the guys have already done, I kind of know it does, but this is just to show you guys the same thing. So this will be inherently slower because, of course, it's checking for reskins and then it's got to bring up the dialog box to tell us it hasn't got them, but it will make things a little bit slower than normal anyway. But because I'm doing it pre and post update, it's not unscientific in that sense. It's just because I haven't got the reskin in for the 390 pack reskins, which will be in before tonight's stream, fingers crossed. I haven't even tested this route run since I've installed it. It's probably a bad one to pick, really, wouldn't it? So it might dump or something like that with us, but we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. So we are coming up to... Seems very still. It's the first time I've run the route as well, which probably isn't a fair test, but, you know. That's us past West Coast Mainline South loading time. And she's pretty still. Bar's pretty still. It is still doing something though. There we go. So yeah, most routes will use some form of asset that's in a .ap file. Even the JT stuff will use Academy assets, which are from it will be in a .ap file. So it's interesting just to see how it all sort of looks and how it all sort of does. So far from testing that the guys have done, we've seen quite drastic improvement load times on a lot of things. Particularly things that include the West Coast Mainline South. Some of the mergers have been much quicker. There we go. 2 minutes 59. 2 minutes 59.75. So missing link 2.59. being scientific. 0.75. Even though we said we weren't going to be scientific. Right, now I'm going to go and install the update, and we will do this again. Right then, that's the update installed. That is my command line changed, as in the stuff below. Do remember, read the DTG sheet on how to do it. If you launch through Steam, there is one set of options, and if you launch from a desktop icon, there is another set of options. So please make sure you read that forum post correctly. As I said, I'm not going to get into it on air because I'll just get loads of questions. You told me to do the wrong thing. So I'll leave that one for DTG. Okay. Oh, why are you still beeping? You shouldn't still be going on and on and on. You can go away. So we are now on version, what was it? Version 71.5a. Okay, so version 71.5a was the update that was released yesterday. I have the fast load command line in. So, West Coast Mainline South. We were doing the Pendolino run, and our time at that point was 1 minute 46 and 01 seconds. I redid it off camera 2 times over that. That is about average, 0.45, 47. So a second here or there, right? That was it. Same with Live Man, same with Missing Link. So negligible. So let's click start, and let's click start on the timer and see how we do with this new and improved fast loading. So I don't know how drastic I'm expecting. I know some people have said they've had this load from it going from minutes and minutes down to sort of 20 seconds. So, I mean, we could be seeing... I'm quite excited. I'm actually really excited about this. It makes a big difference. We could be seeing big differences. We could be seeing little differences. And again... Oh, Jesus Christ. Get in there! 20.81 seconds. 20.81 seconds. That's like a minute 20 time saved. That's ridiculous. So that is 20.81 seconds for ye olde West Coast Mainline South there. Perfect. I like that. Remember, I'm not looking at anything tile load start or anything like that. I want to have a play before I talk about whether it's changing tile load start, things like that. I'm only looking at loading times during this video. So let's come out of that. And then next we did a career... I don't know what scenario we did on the bloody Live Man. What one did we do? Can't remember. I think it was an express to Manchester. I don't know. That was bad planning, Alan. But anyway, we might still see a drastic improvement over 37 seconds. I doubt we'll see much time shaved off this. But let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. It was already pretty quick anyway, so I can't see it being sort of as big a saving as something like... Alright, I lied. 8 seconds. .84, but I was probably a little bit late on clicking that there. Get in there, DTG. Get in there. Okay. Okay, I am going to take the longer number I have here. I'm actually going to take the longer number because even that is ridiculous. So 09.84. For those of you who are wondering why I'm going from my numpad over to here to do the point, it's because my button, my full stop or my point button there doesn't work. I can't remember the proper word for it at the precise moment in time. Right, standard. Let's get a bit of ye olde Missing Link up. Oh, it should actually be further down because my routes are all named slightly differently than normal. What scenario did we do? We did the 325, didn't we? That one? Shilmore, who was that one? Right, okay, reset and go. Now, I'm not expecting drastic time off this one, but I'm expecting to see some improvement, which I'll be quite pleased to see. Even if I don't, the fact that other routes load up much quicker is going to be really, really nice. The fact that I'm also missing reskins and stuff for this doesn't help at all. So we will probably see much, when I've got all my reskins in and scenarios properly, we will see the difference. Another thing to remember is things like West Coast Mainline South with their career scenarios have like 3 bits of stock in them, whereas this scenario will have probably 40 AI. So let alone the route, it's got a lot of AI. Jesus. 45 seconds. So that's from 2 minutes 59.75 down to 45 seconds. So those people going, it's just for AP stuff. You're right, it is just stuff that are coming out of .ap files. But that makes things like this loading quicker as well. So there's my non-scientific, scientific-y kind of test about the new fast load times for Train Sim. It's brilliant so far. I've noticed no downsides to it. As I said, I've only just installed it on my machine, but the ACS team have had it on test rigs for the last sort of 24 hours. Been trying to find faults with it. Haven't noticed any downsides that have. Sorry, C130 coming over. Things that have been noticed on the Facebook group. Some people have said that they had their sound disappeared, and somebody else has said that it's made no difference at all to them. So we're in the early days of this at the minute. DTG have said they've tested it, but again, it's down to, it could break something down the line. We don't know that yet. There will be updates to this video. I will talk about it in future videos. I'll talk about tile stutter. Tile stutter will probably get its own video if it does improve that. If it doesn't, I'm not going to bother. So yeah, I don't see why it shouldn't. I've got to reinstall my budget 325 because I've got some missing textures in there. That's fun. All right, and guys, go and get that update and give it a go if you want to try it. Please do remember it is an experimental build, so you can either wait a while and see if anybody notices any bigger bugs. But for me, so far, and the team that have been testing it for the last 24 hours, have not noticed anything apart from improvements. I am not going to categorically stand here and say that there is no downsides to this yet. It is too early to tell. But so far, so good on third-party stuff and on first-party stuff. So I am very, very impressed. So a big shout out to Dovetail and well done. It's a sort of core update stuff that's nice to have for Train Sim 2021. Let's just fingers crossed and hope that we might get a DirectX upgrade at some point, but we never know. All right, guys, thanks very much for joining us. Please feel free to like and share, and over to the Facebook group and Twitch and all of that other jazz that I usually say at the end of a video. But I'm not going to bother because this is just about the update. So once again, guys, thanks so much. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.